Hello friends, today we will have quiz on the topic cell wall and plasma membrane. Let us check how much we can answer. Ready? First question, who provides specific shape to plant cell? A. Cell membrane, B. Cell wall, C. Cytoplasm or D. Nucleus? Who provides specific shape? The correct answer is B. Cell wall. Cell wall is rigid and it does not change its shape, so it provides shape to the plant cell. Primary cell wall in plant cell is made up of A. Cellulose, B. Lipid protein, C. Peptidoglycans and D. chitin. Which component is present in primary cell wall of plant cell? It is cellulose. So primary cell wall is made up of cellulose, and therefore cellulose is most abundant carbohydrate on the earth. Next question. Chitin cell wall is present in animals, B. Bacteria, C. Plants or D. Fungi. In which group of organism chitin is present in the cell wall? It is fungi, and therefore we use the enzyme chitinase to protect our crop plants from fungal infection. Next question, true or false? Statement A, cell wall is dead membrane, and B, cell wall is not permeable. Option A is true and B is false. Option B is true and A is false. Option C, both statements A and B are true. Option D, both A and B statements are false. Which one is true or both are true? Option A. The statement A, cell wall is a dead membrane, is true, but the statement B, cell wall is not permeable, is false. So in fact, cell wall is a permeable layer. The secondary cell wall is present in dash dash. A. Parenchyma, B. meristem, C. Arenchyma, D. sclerenchyma. In which type of cells the secondary cell wall is present? Option D, sclerenchyma. The cell wall is almost absent in meristematic cells. The primary cell wall is present in parenchyma and arenchyma, whereas the mechanical tissue like as sclerenchyma shows presence of secondary cell wall. Next question. Middle lamellae is made up of A. hemicellulose, B. cellulose, C. pectin and D. lipids. Note, middle lamellae is cementing material which joins the adjacent cells, and it is made up of pectin. In fact, the calcium pectate and magnesium pectate are the substances which are present in middle lamellae. Next question. Lignified tissue indicates presence of dash dash. A. cell membrane, B. primary cell wall, C. secondary cell wall and D. living cells. What is indicated by lignified tissue? Lignified tissue indicates secondary cell wall. The primary cell wall is made up of cellulose, whereas secondary cell wall includes lignified cells as well as cellulose and hemicellulose. It provides additional strength and therefore such cells works as mechanical cells. Due to cell wall, the plant body becomes A. rigid and strong, B. rigid and delicate, C. flexible and delicate, D. flexible than animals. What happens about plant body due to presence of cell wall? The plant body becomes rigid and strong. So cell wall, as it is a dead material, it provides strength as well as it is responsible for rigidity of the plant body. Next question, dash dash is the delimiting membrane of the cell. A. Plasma membrane, B. Cell wall, C. Nuclear membrane, D. Mitochondria. What is delimiting membrane? It is a plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is present in all type of cells, in plant cells as well as in animal cells. It helps us to identify where the cell starts and where it ends. So it is also called as delimiting membrane. Next question. Plasma membrane is made up of A. Lipid layer, B. Protein layer, C. Carbohydrate layer, and D. Lipid protein bilayer. What makes plasma membrane? It is made up of lipid and protein bilayer. Next question, who proposed the fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane? A. Watson and Crick, B. Singer and Nicholson, C. Robert Hooke, and D. Jacob and Monod. Who proposed the fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane? It is proposed by Singer and Nicholson. We know that Watson and Crick, they have proposed a double helical model of DNA. Robert Hooke observed the dead cells under microscope and named them cell, and Jacob and Monod explain the gene regulation process. Next question, according to Singer and Nicholson, plasma membrane is A. Homogeneous membrane, B. Solid membrane, C. Rigid membrane, and D. Mosaic and semi-solid membrane. What is proposed by Singer and Nicholson? They proposed that cell membrane or plasma membrane is a mosaic structure. It is semi-solid in nature and made up of lipid and protein bilayer. Next question, the proteins present on the surface of plasma membrane are called A. Extrinsic proteins, B. Intrinsic proteins, C. Enzyme proteins, and D. Channel proteins. Name the proteins present on the surface of plasma membrane. They are called as extrinsic proteins. The intrinsic proteins are submerged in the lipid bilayer. Next question, the osmotic movement of water into the cell through plasma membrane is called A. Endoosmosis, B. Exoosmosis, C. Equilibrium, D. Diffusion. The movement through plasma membrane into the cell. It is endoosmosis. Endo means inside, exoosmosis means movement outside the cell, out of the cell. Next question, what are the characteristics of plasma membrane? A. Living and semi-permeable, B. Living and permeable, C. Dead and permeable, and D. Dead and non-permeable. What is true about plasma membrane? Plasma membrane is living and semi-permeable. Next question, what is the role of aquaporin in plasma membrane? A. Transport of water, B. Transport of proteins, C. Transport of carbohydrates, and D. Transport of lipids. What is the role of aquaporin? Aquaporins are present in plasma membrane. It is related with the transport of water, and therefore the name is aqua, that means water. Porins means the pores which are involved in transport of water. So thank you for watching this video. What is your score out of 16? Comment in the comment box. See you in next video. Till then, bye bye and best of luck.